Once upon a time, in a bright yellow house, lived a cheerful little girl named Mia. Mia wasn't afraid of anything. Not spiders. Not thunderstorms. Not even broccoli. But every night, before bed, she would peek under her bed just in case there was a monster. One evening, Mia looked under her bed and gasped. Two giant eyes stared back at her. A furry green monster stared right back. "Ah!" shouted Mia. "Ah!" shouted the monster. They both jumped. They both screamed, and they both bumped their heads. "Ow!" said Mia. "Ow!" said the monster. The monster slowly crawled out. He was round and fluffy, with purple spots and enormous ears. "My name is Wobble," he said nervously. "You live under my bed?" asked Mia. Wobble nodded. "For 3 years." 3 years? "Yes, I pay rent in dust bunnies." Mia blinked. That was the silliest thing she had ever heard. "What are you doing under there?" she asked. Wobble looked around nervously. Then he whispered, "I'm hiding." "From what?" Wobble shivered. "The socks." "The socks?" Mia laughed. "Not just any socks," said Wobble dramatically. "The missing socks." At that exact moment, a mysterious rustling sound came from the hallway. Rustle, rustle, rustle. Wobble's eyes grew huge. "They found me." Mia listened. The sound grew closer. Rustle, rustle, rustle. Something was coming. Something sneaky. Something mysterious. The bedroom door slowly creaked open. Creak. Wobble dived behind a pillow. Mia held her breath. The shadow moved across the floor. Then, a tiny striped sock hopped into the room. Boing, boing, boing. Another sock followed, then another. And another. Soon dozens of socks were bouncing around the bedroom like fluffy kangaroos. "Wobble!" shouted the biggest sock. "Come out!" "No!" yelled Wobble. "We only want to talk." "That's what you said last time." Mia couldn't believe her eyes. "Why are the socks chasing you?" The largest sock sighed. "Because Wobble keeps taking only one sock from every pair." Mia looked at Wobble. Wobble looked embarrassed. "I get lonely under the bed. So you stole socks?" "I thought they could be my friends." The socks crossed their tiny sock arms. "You kidnapped us." Wobble's ears drooped. "I'm sorry." The room became quiet, very quiet. Then the smallest sock spoke. "We would have been your friends if you just asked." Wobble blinked. "Really?" "Of course." The other socks nodded. One sock even did a happy cartwheel. Wobble smiled for the first time all night. The socks forgave him. Mia helped match every missing sock with its partner. Soon the bedroom floor looked like a giant sock reunion party. Everyone cheered. Everyone danced. Even Wobble danced. Although monster dancing looked a lot like falling over repeatedly. From that day on, Wobble never stole another sock. Instead, every Friday night, the socks visited for games, stories, and monster-sized pizza. And Mia no longer checked for monsters under her bed. Because she already knew the monster. And he was her friend. As for the missing socks, they never disappeared again. Well, rarely, because sometimes Dad still lost them in the washing machine. And nobody could explain that mystery. The end. A good friend doesn't take what belongs to others. If you want friendship, kindness and honesty work much better than stealing.